Since I've quit the bar, I think I've closed almost about one deal a month. I think I was making about 65,000, trending around 200K-ish. I think that a legacy I want to cement is help others, whether it's people finding their first home or selling their home. Last August, I quit and just dove full-time into real estate. It was scary, it was nerve-wracking. I've grown a lot in the past year. It's more confident. I think there's been a handful of times where I wanted to give up and quit real estate, helping people find a home or sell their home. I also want to mentor and help others in this real estate game.
You have a bright future, man. The impact and the legacy that you leave behind. Today we have Jason Watanabe. You guys got to check out his story. He's been with real estate for over 10 years. And this year, 2026, is his breakout year. Listen to his story. Stay tuned for some questions. My name is Jimmy Tram with EXP Realty. I'm one of the team leaders for SoCal Group. Jason, first and foremost, how long you been in real estate, Jason?
I've had my brokerage license since 2016, so just about 10 years.
10 years, okay. And one thing's changed in those 10 years, beginning of this year. What was it?
I was working at a bar for about 10 years, and last August, I quit and just dove full-time into real estate.
Gotcha. Hey, that must have been one of the biggest decisions that you've made in your life in the more recent years. What gave you the confidence to jump full-time into real estate?
You know, it was scary, it was nerve-wracking. I wasn't sure if I was making the right choice, but I think just having the right support and just being in the right culture, I just knew I could lean on everybody's shoulder, and I just knew how to go hard.
Let's talk a little bit about that some more. When you're saying that you were able to jump full-time into real estate because of the confidence in the team structure, share with us what that looked like for you.
I think our office, we have a lot of support. Every single person has helped me in there. They're willing to stop what they're doing and just go over anything from a contract to different scenarios to different negotiating systems. And, you know, just knowing I had that support with Jimmy, Clarence, Karen, Jack, Cassie, Carrie Lamb, they've all helped me and supported me.
Wait, so you're telling me that's not normal?
No, not that many people helping you out.
So EXP, was that how many brokerages have you been with?
This was my 4th different brokerage.
Okay. And where you came into EXP versus where you started, can you share with us what were some of the biggest changes or things that you noticed were different for you?
A few things that really stood out was culture, 1, and 2 was the training. So my first brokerage, they told me to do open houses, they told me to lead generate, but they didn't tell me how to do that.
Gotcha.
So I would just do an open house, I would just stand there for a few hours and talk to people, but I didn't know what my intention was, what to say, how to say it, what questions to ask. So when I joined our group, EXP SoCal Group, you guys taught me what questions to ask, what a goal is for an open house, what to say and how to say it, you know?
Yeah.
And how to provide value to people that walk in the door.
Yeah. I think that's super important, right? We talk about real estate, people get into real estate because of different passions or different dreams or different reasons. How's real estate changed your life?
I think after jumping in full time, it gave me a lot of financial freedom. I don't have a lot of time because I feel like I do work a lot, but...
Yeah, you do work a lot.
But if I do, for instance, I went to Portland last week for a whole week, just because the way my escrow was set up, I was able to have that freedom just to go back and see my family. Also buy some nicer things for my mom and take care of my friends a little bit.
That sounds like what a lot of people want to do, is to take care of the people around them that's important to them. For real estate, how important is it to take care of yourself? How's your personal growth been?
Personal growth, I feel like I've grown a lot in the past year, especially. Just more confident. I know what to say and how to say it. And I think overall, just more confident.
Yeah. I mean, I've had the privilege to work with you for the last couple of years, and you definitely have been one of the people that stood out to me that always want to contribute to people, whether it's big or small. Just walk around the office, hey, my name is Jason, how can I help, right? You paying it forward to other people. How much has that changed your mindset in terms of working with newer agents?
Since day one at our office, everybody's been so helpful to me. So I only feel like it's right to pay it back. But if I'm teaching them something, and if I could talk to them, explain to them in 1, 2, 3 different ways, I'm actually getting practice in for myself for when I'm speaking to those buyers, when I'm speaking to those sellers or get into those certain situations. So they think I'm helping them, but in reality, they're actually helping me as well because I'm getting some reps in.
I think that's super important. I appreciate you sharing that. As far as where your growth has taken you, can you share with us what's your production this year?
This year, well, since I've quit the bar, I think I've closed almost about one deal a month.
Wow.
So that's where I'm at.
That's amazing, man. If you keep it up, you're gonna be making close to $250,000, if not more this year. How much, as far as your headspace or mindset, you've been a bartender for about 10 years, right? How is that life different than where you're at now?
I think bartending has helped me get comfortable talking to all types of people.
Yeah.
And how to problem solve real quick. So when I'm out door knocking, doing open houses, or just meeting random people on the street or grocery store,
Yeah.
I'm comfortable talking to anybody, right? Sorry, what was your question?
You worked as a bartender for 10 years.
Oh, how's my life different?
Yeah, how's your life different?
Working in the bar, I'll get home 3:30 a.m. some nights, and the next morning just show property, and it was a grind, but it was just too much on me.
Yeah.
Too much pressure on me, just working too much, so.
Jason, tell me, what's important to you now? Time freedom or financial freedom?
Both.
Yeah, why?
Both, because if I have financial freedom, then I could go travel while I'm free.
Gotcha. The other question I had for you, Jason, this year you're having a monster year. This is probably one of the best years in real estate for you, right?
Absolutely.
What's next? Once things are for yourself, what's next in real estate?
Do a lot more, and just ramp up my production, try to help others as much as I can, and also start buying property, start buying multi-units, and start building my portfolio, get that passive income.
Yeah. I've seen you, man. People sometimes say money changes people. I strongly believe money magnifies people. What are you gonna do with your money? How are you gonna help people?
I'm definitely gonna help out my family, take them out, travel with them.
I've heard you talk about your mom, your relationship with your mom sometimes. How has real estate changed your personal relationships with the people around you?
I think it's made me more confident in that relationship, because being Asian, our parents always have high standards for us.
Yeah.
So I've always kind of had that sense that, I work at a bar, work at a restaurant. My mom's probably not as proud as me, but now that I'm closing multiple deals and getting a little bit of success, just a little bit, I feel a little bit more proud. So now I think my mom probably a little bit more proud of me.
Cool. What advice do you have for newer agents coming into the industry? Because you've seen success now, you've done this for 10 years, and you've been with multiple brokerages in your career. You've seen the goods and you've seen the bads. What advice do you have for newer agents coming into the industry or thinking about coming into the industry?
That's a great question. I think first and foremost, find a local team like our group, EXP SoCal group, to really get the real training, to have a great team around you and the support so they can show you the ropes.
I think that's great advice. I mean, I see you doing it now. You work closely with a couple of our team members. How has that changed your perspective on work ethics, how to look at different transactions, how to problem solve?
Great question. I think I work a lot with Cassie, and what she really has taught me is work ethic and how to grind. She's working all day, all night. She gets up super early, and then I see her at like 1 a.m. I'm getting an email from her, and I'm like, how is she still working? So I think just seeing that work ethic, I'm just trying to rub off on it just a little bit.
So to me, it sounds like your environment matters.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and having the right people around you, showing you the way.
Cool. Okay, I got some more questions. How'd you get into real estate?
I graduated from Cal State LA. My major is finance real estate, and I did some accounting at the time, and my friend Bianca, she was also in the same major as me, and she just told me, hey, just study for your broker license and take the test.
Nice. Jason, can you share with us what you're making prior to real estate or when you're bartending full time?
I think I was making about 65,000.
Where are you at now? Where are you trending now this year?
Trending around 200K-ish.
That's a huge jump.
Yeah, don't ask for a loan. I don't have any money.
Ask jack.tsai. Yeah.
You're working less hour too compared to before. I'm not saying.
I might be working more.
Okay, the healthier hour.
Healthier hours, yeah.
Because I didn't know that you wake up in the morning to exercise and you do your own, you have your routine down pretty much, or at least you're kind of working on it.
Yeah, still working on it, yeah.
So I think for a lot of real estate agents, one of the challenges that they have in their business is predictability. How did you create predictability in your business?
I think one, having a schedule. coming into the office every day, and also just having that goal. Every December, we come together as an office and talk about our goals and kind of talk about how we're going to get to that goal. We also do vision boards, which I think are really cool because that vision board, you get to see your goal every day, and it kind of just helps you remind yourself like, hey, this is why I'm doing it. Yeah.
Can you remember any specific situation or moments where maybe you almost gave up? And then how did you feel that time? And then what helped you recover from there?
I think there's been a handful of times where I wanted to give up and quit real estate, but
I'm gonna go deep, cry.
I don't know if I go that deep. But yeah, there's been a handful of times I wanted to quit real estate just because I wasn't getting enough deals, or I'm thinking, am I wasting my money in real estate? But it's always just been one deal just randomly came upon and another deal just came up. So I think just having those little deals come up, and then I was able just to quit the bar and then go from there.
Is it really random though, like those deals?
Yes and no. Yeah, but it was people I was following up on, and they finally just wanted to pull the trigger at the right time, and that deal just kind of kept me afloat to the next deal.
So you say yes and no, but you say you follow up on that regularly.
Right.
How did you find those clients?
Some at the bar, some at open houses,
Yeah. So, but you were having
some through the sphere. Yeah,
you were having conversation at the bar with people regarding real estate
absolutely.
and open houses.
Yes.
So you're talking to your sphere.
Yeah.
Not random.
One of the things that I've noticed changed in Jason a lot within the last year is your identity. I've noticed Jason's identity changed in the last year. Now I see you really more of taking on that role of a realtor, right? Prior to that, maybe some days you're a bartender, some days you're part-time, but now, you walk around with confidence that you're able to help people as a realtor. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I think just having one job is very helpful as far as identity, because sometimes I'm a bartender and then the other day I'm a realtor. So it's hard with that balance. And I would work at the bar more than I would at the office. Like, who am I really? So I think just going back and forth was hard, and just focusing on one career and helping people find a home or sell their home, that's so much easier just to focus on one thing.
I'm sure it also took you at least a couple weeks or month to make that decision, where you were a bartender for quite some while and you're like, I know what, that's it. Yeah, I quit, we'll be out. What makes you to have that courage to really go? I know you mentioned once you have a couple of deals, right? But also, do you feel like, hey, I think I got this. I know what I'm doing right now. Was there a moment like that?
Yeah, I think it took me maybe 3-4 years to actually quit the bar. Like, I've always had that thought in my head, but not having the balls to do it. And it was just something I just really wanted to do and focus on, and I just had to burn the ship.
How did you feel that day when you told them you're quitting?
I felt very happy. I felt a weight off my shoulder. I felt ecstatic.
Oh, yeah. So when you quit that, you know that your security income is kind of gone.
Exactly.
How did you overcome that fear?
I think I knew I had to come into office every day and work. And also just linking up with Cassie, just working with her, I think that taught me a lot of work ethic, which we spoke about earlier. And it was great having another support around me, because she's so good with people, and she just made my life easier working with her.
Can you share with us that why? I mean, you thought about doing real estate full-time for 3 or 4 years. What was it? Do you recall a specific moment where you're like, this is it, I gotta burn my boat, I gotta do this full-time? What was it for you?
For me, it's just working for myself. I didn't want to work for anybody anymore. I just wanted to work for my own business, and also just make myself proud and have some more financial freedom, have more time, just be able to spend more time with my family.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
Next 3 to 5 years, I see myself closing more deals, making more money. I also want to mentor and help others in this real estate game and own a handful of multi-units.
Anything else you want to share with the audience? If you were to start 10 years ago, or you got your license 10 years ago, you've been through different brokerages.
Yeah.
If you know what you know today, go back to 10 years ago, Jason, what would you say to him?
I would say find the right group, find the right team who's willing to really help you grow as a realtor and as a person as well.
Would you get a second job that time if you were to go back again?
No, probably not. I'll just dive in, straight in.
I think that kind of take away the excuses too, right? Because I would imagine myself, if I'm a bartender and also I do real estate, I'd rather be a bartender. It's more chill. Is it more chill being a bartender?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a totally different culture. I feel like over here I got to be a little bit more professional.
You have been though. I've seen like this year, I think last year. Not that you weren't, but just since last year and this year, I've seen like your aura is different.
Aura.
Aura.
But the 10 years in bartending still comes useful. Like today, I see him break the ice for everyone. You want a drink? You want a drink? You want a shot? You want a shot? You want a drink?
Yeah.
One of the final questions that I have for you is about legacy. What does that mean to you? And what type of legacy do you want to leave behind?
When I think of legacy, I think of what you, Clarence, Jack has done for others. You guys really have helped people succeed in life and able to provide for themselves and their families. And I think that a legacy I want to cement is help others, whether it's people finding their first home or selling their home. People are literally making a house a home. So I think that's one of the best feelings for me is when I go back a few months after they close escrow and I see them, the way the house is set up and their family picture. That's the best feeling for me. And another part of the legacy is just helping others, helping the next generation of realtors and letting them provide for their family.
All right, Jason, I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. It was such a heartfelt story that you shared with us. And, I think the audience got a chance to see your journey and where you came from and where you're headed. And you have a bright future, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the impact and the legacy that you leave behind. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, if you guys want to hear more of these type of stories from agents in this real estate industry making impact, follow us on Instagram, on YouTube.